Hello Movie Club Strikes Back, it's me Jenny and this is a little bit of a belated review for this week's Movie Club Strikes Back movie pick, which was from Chris, aka Easy Chair Reviews, linked to him on screen if I remember, if not down in the description, and he chose The Quiet Man. And my quick review for this film is I definitely enjoyed it, but it's very hard to kind of put this into a genre because it feels like an old western combined with Taming of the Shrew, combined with pretty much any other classic film of this type, which turns into a surprisingly entertaining, slightly cartoonish, self-aware parody, but very much involved in the same sort of tropes, romantic comedy character piece. There's a lot of things going on in this film, and genuinely I really enjoyed it. I loved that it indulges in a lot of the classic romantic stereotypes and yet defies so many of it. It is like The Taming of the Shrew in that you have this tempestuous female and a very broken hero who they have that instant connection, they have that love at first sight scene followed by the kiss with the wind blowing in their hair and the gusty weather, and it represents their kindred spirits and everything, followed by the concept of a relationship doesn't end with the marriage. It starts with a connection but goes into a relationship, and I really love that these characters, they have that instant chemistry, and the chemistry on screen between John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara is just off the walls amazing. The chemistry is flawless. So you can really buy into this instant connection, and yet you can see with these characters that are so different. She's so very fiery and he's, trying to maintain his inner calm. How those two characters actually really start to build a relationship. And I love the fact that it's very self-aware, it's very witty. I love how all the background characters feel kind of like the light-hearted characters in the background to an Agatha Christie sort of book, where they're sneaky and mischievous and they're trying to plot to get the characters together, and I really like that. There's a reasonable amount of cultural stereotyping in this, which is so perhaps on the nose that it kind of self-explains itself by the fact that it's so on the nose. Some of the accents I have mixed feelings about, but then again I haven't really been to Ireland, so maybe I'm misinterpreting the accents as being slightly dodgy. Maybe they're all perfect. I'm interested to research some Irish marriage law, because there's definitely some part of the courting ritual that, despite it being very unlikely that it's still in practice, I think it'd be interesting to research, because I never really knew that there was quite so many stages to Irish courting law and ritual, and whether or not it was just a fantastic version of this little village's culture, or whether or not it's a whole part of the Irish courting system. But it was definitely very interesting and very witty. I love the characters are all very nice. The direction is very well done. A lot of the films of this sort of genre have to do a lot of balancing between the sort of very theatrical nature of the film and the fact that they're using film as a media. So you have moments where you have beautiful, genuine Irish scenery, and then you cut to what is very obviously a set. Like the graveyard scene is very theatrical. It is a set. You can tell it's a set. You can tell when there's matte paintings behind them, but it somehow works, and I think that's just part of when you're looking at these films from this time period. It's just kind of a genre in its own right. You kind of accept that it's half going to be set pieces and very theatrical, and half going to be the character pieces that movies have the potential to be, because you can really go into a sort of reality that you couldn't do before. I love the characters. I think Maureen O'Hara is amazing. Definitely a girl who just whips off her stockings in order to cross a river is a girl after my own heart. And I like that she's a robust, healthy young girl, and she can get down from the carriages just as well as any other girl. I like that it's a very complicated view on a female character. The fact that she is a healthy, robust female who's able to look after herself and yet still needs, it's a very nice thing for me to watch. It's a very complex female character that if they existed and were able to be shown this actively on screen in the 40s and 50s, why don't we get so many complicated female characters nowadays that are able to juggle that line between being treated like a lady and wanting to have independence and yet still being, you know, romantic and open-hearted. And it's a very difficult balance, and they managed to do it in this, where I respect all of the characters and I respect the relationship in this film. It is very witty. The fight sequence is hilariously hyperbolic. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and I really enjoyed it. So thank you for the pick, Chris. Sorry this is a bit late, and I will see you guys all next week, hopefully up on the right day. I'll see you guys all very soon. Bye guys.